Hello, how are you boys and girls? How was your weekend? Did you enjoy our last lesson on commission? Did you do some questions? Did you discover or find some questions from past KCPE papers? I hope you did. Welcome to today's lesson. I just remembered a song we sang when we were in pre-unit. Shake, shake the mango tree, mango tree, mango tree. Shake, shake the mango tree. Down fall the mangoes, down fall the mangoes. And then we began to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Did you also sing such a song? That was a mathematical song. And because today we are learning mathematics, I chose to sing it so that we introduce our lesson. Right? Last lesson was on commission, and I hope you enjoyed it and understood it. Today, I choose to teach about mechanicals in KCPE papers, mechanicals. And what are mechanicals, boys and girls? Mechanicals are operations involving both marks, many signs of operation. Yeah, more than one operations. So that is, we call it mechanicals because it's so easy for somebody to forget when they added, forget when they multiplied, what they borrowed, what they carried, so easy. It involves a lot of steps, but only on Bodmer's operations. Now, I've extracted some questions from KCPE, past KCPE papers. I wanted to, the cameraman to focus on this table and just come and show the variety of papers I have endeavored to collect from the archives to help me revise these mathematics. Boys and girls, you are supposed to have several. I missed 2015. I missed 2015. I missed 2016, 2017. I hope I'll find them 2018 and 2019, so that we are able to have to revise from a variety of papers. A variety of papers is so very important. Now, today I have this question here. What is the value of 6 squared minus 6 all over 3 plus 3? Now, in this question, I want you to look at where the over starts and where it reaches. 3 is not covered in over. So 3 is a whole number standing by itself. So those are some of the nitty-gritty things you need to be checking out on such sums. Because if you put 3 above as a numerator, you will still get an answer, but it's not the correct answer. Right? So let's look at what we ought to do, boys and girls. Now, we are supposed to carry out the operations on the fraction alone first. So we get the answer of this fraction, and then after getting the answer of that fraction, we add it to 3. Remember, these are whole numbers. These are whole numbers. So let's go to the next step. We square 6. The next step is squaring 6. What is the square of 6? The other time I reminded us the first perfect squares. The first perfect squares. What is the square of 1? Yes, the square of 1 is 1. The square of 2? The square of 2 is 4. The square of 3 The square of 3 is 9. The square of 4, the square of 4 is 16. The square of 5 is 25. The square of 6 is 36. The square of 7 is 49. The square of 8 is 64. And the square of 9 is 81. And the square of 10 is 100. We can go on. In class 8, you should know even up to 20 without a problem. 11, 121, 12, 144, 13, 169, 14, 196, and so on and so forth. Offhand without even referring. It's so very important. So the square of 6 is 36. So we will write here 36 minus 6 all over 3, then plus 3. Remember, we are not doing the operations of 3 as at now, but I must carry it along to the next step so that I don't forget it. Remember, you might forget it. The stress of the examination, the pressure of the time, and the invigilator in front of you can make you forget many things. And so you must carry it along every step. So now we do the operation on the numerator. Remember, this 36 minus 6 is the numerator of this fraction. So 36 minus 6 is 30. Then over 3, then plus 3. Thank you. Plus 3. Thank you. I want us to go on. Tyrese, I almost forgot that you were here. What is 30 divided by 30? Tyrese, 30 divided by 30? Correct, Tyrese. Tyrese has got it correct. Clap, Tyrese. Thank you. 30 divided by 30 is 3. 30 is 10, sorry. 30 divided by 30 is 10. So we add 10 to 3. We add 10 to 3. What is 10 plus 3? What is 10 plus 3? Yvonne, 10 plus 3? Very good. 10 plus 3 is 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. And that is the right answer. That is the right answer, boys and girls. Clap for yourselves. Thank you. That is how this question is supposed to be done. Remember, you need to have enough space so that you don't squeeze your work. To be able to follow it up, even if you got the wrong answer, you can still go back from each step and get where you went wrong and correct it. That is that question 2. Now let's go to year 2009, KCPE 2009. 2009, what is the value of, and you'll always see that, what is the value of, or others would say evaluate. So you work out and find the correct value, boys and girls. Now, let's come here. Here we have decimals. This operation now is involving decimals. I've endeavored so that we have whole numbers, decimals, and fractions and mixed numbers. I hope you can see that. So here we are involving decimals. Boys and girls, look at what I want to do. I will group the numerators like this. The numerators 2.8 minus 0.5 multiplied by 3.2 plus 3. These are the numerators, boys and girls. These are the numerators. These are the numerators. I've grouped them in a bracket. Then this line here is called over. That line there is called over. Over means divided by the denominators. Again, I group the denominators in their own bracket to avoid mixing. Be there? And I write there denominators. Denominators. Thank you. Now, let's go on. I have changed the structure of the question. I've changed the structure of the question for me to have an easy time solving the problem. Let's look at this. Now, in each bracket here, we want to consider what you call board mass. And boys and girls, be able to write somewhere board mass. Somewhere, board mass. I write it here, board mass. So that I am able to follow it. Yes? Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And so, in this bracket, I still follow the rule of board mass in that bracket. So, we have formed our own bracket. Yes, there is a bracket. There is no of. There is no division in the bracket. There's no division in the bracket. But there is there's a division outside the bracket. That one, we will cycle it because we'll deal with it later on. Then we have multiplication in the bracket. Yes, and then we have addition and subtraction. Let's go on. Yes, so here in the bracket we have multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And we will start with multiplication. The numbers that are multiplying one another are these ones. 0.5 multiplied by 3.2. Boys and girls, look at what I'm doing carefully. Let's come to this other side of the blackboard. 0.5 multiplied by 3.2. I must be very keen. I'm told they are called mechanicals. And so, for me to multiply these two decimal numbers without losing the decimal, I express them as fractions. Over 10 times 32 over 10. I don't want to lose the decimals. I don't want. And so, I'm going to multiply 5 by 32. So, it's 32 multiplied by 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry 1. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Now I have 160 over 10. Boys and girls, look at the blackboard and get this guidance. Are you attentive? Moses, are you attentive? Gitama, are you following? Please follow, because I'll give you some questions and it will be answered. More so, you are preparing for your KCPE. Let's look at that. Now, I will cancel that 0 with that 0. So I have 16 over 10. I have 16 over 10. If I cancel that 0, I will create a decimal, a point there. So when dividing, decimals increase to the left. I hope you've understood that. And so, what do I have here? I have 1.6. So I got 1.6. So I will rewrite the whole statement. This bracket I'm not removing, so I have 2.8 minus, now this place I'm writing 1.6 because that is the answer emanating from there. Then plus 3, close the bracket, divided by that denominator, 0.4. Remember, I have to carry it along so that I do not forget. Now look at the bracket there, the first bracket. We have 2.8 minus 1.6 plus 3. the arrangement of the signs minus and plus. You will learn in Form 1, they are called integers. They are called integers. Can I write the word integers here? In Form 1, they are called integers. Integers. We have a positive integer and a negative integer. And a number, any number, carries along its own integer. Carries its integer. So, like here, this number here is not called 1.6. This number is called minus 1.6 or negative 1.6, boys and girls. And this number is called plus 3 or positive 3. And a number with a plus must come first before a number with a minus. So we rearrange, right here, rearrange. We rearrange. So in the bracket we'll have positive 2.8, positive 3, and now negative 1.8. We have reshuffled the arrangement of the integers, then divided by 0.4. Did you get something new? Very good. I would like you to follow that. Then we come to the next step. Now we can add 2.8 to 3 first. We can add 2.8 to 3. Very good. Very good. Jacob, what is 2.8 plus 3? Jacob? Sure. Clap for Jacob. He got it right. 2.8 plus 3 is 5.8. Then we subtract 1.6 divided by 0.4. Yes? Washuka, subtract for me 5.8 minus 1.6. 5.8 minus 1.6. Washuka. Remember that this is the result of that. That's the result of that. So thank you, Washuka. That's very correct. That is going to be 4.2. Thank you. Clap for Washuka class. 4.2 divided by 0.4. Again, that is the result here. Yes? Now we have that. We let the brackets go now. We let the brackets go now and express the decimals as fractions. That would be 42 over 10 divided by 4 over 10. Why are we putting over 10? Why are you putting it over 10? Yes? Letitia? Correct. We are putting it over 10 because they have one decimal place each. Thank you. Brilliant, girl. Clap for her. Very good. Now they are fractions. Now they are fractions. The rule of dividing fraction applies here. Very good. James, what do we write here? I've already written the first fraction for you. What do we do, James? Very wonderful. We change the sign to multiplication and reciprocate this fraction. Becomes 10 over 4. Very great. Awesome. That's great. Now, we cancel 10, 1 by 10, 1. Now we have 42 divided by 4. Do they have a common divisor? Do they have a common divisor? Judy? Wanza? Very good. They have. It's 2. By 2, 2. And by 2, 21. Boys and girls, you have 21 over 2. 21 over 2. What do we do? 21 over 2. Is it a hard thing? 21 over 2 cannot be the answer. And so you must divide. My space is over. Allow me, with your permission, to work it out from here. 21 divided by 2. Yes? 2 goes into 2 once because of 2. We subtract. That's 0. We drop 1. 1 divided by 2 is nothing. It's impossible. It's 0. So 0 times 1 times 2 is 0. Why do you write there? The difference is 1, boys and girls. Right? The difference is 1. So, what is 1 divided by 2? We add a 0. We add a 0 and put a decimal there. What is 10 divided by 2? 10 divided by 2 is 5. Because of 10, our division is complete, boys and girls. Be very careful when you're dividing. So the answer would be 10.5. Answer would be 10.5. That is how it is supposed to be worked out. Now, let's go to the last question today. Then I'll give you some questions to do them at the comfort of your study table. Yes? Some question. Write well, because that piece of cloth was... Yes, now here we are. 2013, question number 11. 2013, KCPE 2013, question number 11. What is the value of that? The value of 4.5 minus 2.25 plus 1.5 divided by 3 over 2. Close the bracket, divided by 2. Again, we must be careful to follow BODMAS. So I'll write BODMAS there. BODMAS. Do we have brackets? Yes, we have. Do we have off? No, we don't. We have division? Correct, we have. Do we have multiplication? We don't have multiplication. Do we have addition? Sure, we have addition and we have subtraction. The two integers, we have them. Be very careful. Now let's go straight to that. We are going to check in the brackets. In the bracket we have division, we have addition and subtraction. So we must carry out the division first, because the rule says so. Because the rule says so. We are dividing. Now let's look at that on a separate place, on a working place. A half, 1.5 divided by 3 over 2. We express this one as an improper fraction. What is 1.5 as an improper fraction? Yes, Joy? Awesome, very great. It is 3 over 2. You are brilliant children. Divided by 3 over 2. A number divided by itself. It's like a number divided by itself. What do you get when you divide a number by itself? Class? Correct. A number divided by itself is 1. And so 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2 is 1. Or better also, we could do and reciprocate this one. And so we cancel and cancel. We will still have 1. So a number divided by itself is 1. So we rewrite. You're going to rewrite all this. Brackets 4.5 minus 2.25 plus 1. Now we have 1. Then close the bracket, divided by 2. Remember that 1. The result of that operation is 1. Remember that. Now let's go on. Look at the arrangement in the bracket, boys and girls, and tell me what you do. Who is ready? Kebata. Kebata. Thank you, Kebata. We rearrange. Ngushu, please tell me how we are rearranging this. Very good, Ngushu. Clap for Kebata and Ngushu, class. Brilliant children. And so the next step is we have rearranged 4.5 plus 1 minus 2.25. Close the bracket, divided by 2. Very good. Again, boys and girls, we deal with that carefully. We add now and subtract fractions, right? Remember, this is what we do. Whole numbers together, and the whole numbers are 4 plus 1 minus 2, right? Then we add the fractions, a half minus a quarter. Then we divide by 2. We together. So what is 4 plus 1 minus 2? What is 4 plus 1 minus 2? Oleo. Correct. 4 plus 1 minus 2 is 3. Very good. The answer would be 3 whole. Then we are getting the LCM of 2 and 4. Getting the LCM of 2 and 4. What is the LCM of 2 and 4? Boys and girls, the LCM of 2 and 4. Somebody help me here. Deborah. Very good, Deborah. The LCM is 4. Right? What is 4 divided by 2 multiplied by 1? Very, very good. Very, very good. Shane, the answer you gave is correct. 4 divided by 2 times 1 is 2. What is 4 divided by 4 multiplied by 1? What is 4 divided by 4 and multiplied by 1? Brian. Brian, correct. 4 divided by 4 multiplied by 1 is 1. Good. Now we come to the next step. It's a long step, a long sum. 3 whole, bracket is 3 whole, that 1 over 4 divided by 2. Now we want to do away with the brackets and remain with the improper fraction. Somebody would help me find the improper fraction of 3 whole 1 over 4. 3 whole 1 over 4. Anna. Very good. Hannah, 3 whole 1/4 into improper fraction is 13/4. Good. That will be 13/4. Then divided by 2 whole over 1. Can see that? Then we can come and change the sign, boys and girls, and reciprocate. Correct. What is 13 multiplied by 1? What is 13 multiplied by 1? Letitia, it's 13. Thank you. So we have 13. And what is 2 multiplied by 4? Laleti. Correct, Laleti. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Is that the answer, boys and girls? Not really. Thank you. We have one more step to go. We have one more step to go. Allow me to clean here. We change it into a mixed number. So we divide 13 divided by 8. Yes? 13 divided by 8. Yes, Sylvia? Very good. 13 divided by 8 is 1 because of 8. What is the difference? 13 subtract 8. What is the difference? Takashi. Takashi? Very good. The difference here is 5. Now, look at this. This is the whole number. Whole number. The remainder is the numerator. And the divisor is the denominator. So we say the answer is 1 whole 5/8. And that is the right answer, boys and girls. Follow these steps to do the mechanicals and be very careful. Every step has its own rules. Every number, decimals have their rules. Yes? Fractions have their rules. Whole numbers have their rules. Integers have their rules. Divisions have their rules. And multiplications have their rules. So you follow that. Now, boys and girls, I would like you to go to 2003 and attempt question 2, 6, and 12. 2003, KCPE 2003, attempt question 2, 6, and 12. 2008, we have already done them. So we go to 2009. Attempt questions 11, 21, and 32. 2010, questions 5, 14, and 33. 2011, questions 2, 15, and 30. 2012, questions 4 and 6. The only one that brought 2 mechanicals. 2013, questions 2, 4, and 11. And finally, 2014, questions 3 and 5. I hope you will do that. Is there any question you would want to ask? Once again, integers are 2, negative and positive. And you must always start with positive, then you go to negative. So any number is either negative or positive. That's why they are called integers. I wish you good luck. Happy Madaraka Day. Bye.